You're watching National Streaming Sports. Over 20 podcasts, 70 shows, and a 3.5-star rating.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? We are only here, I should say only, National Streaming Sports Network over there on the Roku device for Facebook's, my personal, in which I got to reconnect because it says about ready to lose my personal Facebook. Obviously, the YouTube and then the Twitch. Thoughts on trades, signings today? Were there signings today? You tell me. Oh, Isles hockey. I tried to find something to watch. There ain't shit on TV. I'm actually watching a movie that I saw in Guantanamo with my buddy Tommy Bouchain. Matt is his brother. Tommy Bouchain, if you've gone through my Facebook, you recognize the fun looking gentleman. Metcalf, Josh Allen. Emac, wait. Jesus fucking Christ. I just got on here. In fact, I got on about a minute late because we had a power outage here and everything went poof. And I just got on in time to, get the show. I think I was a minute wet. Metcalf is with the Steelers. Okay. Jimmy Farrell gave me the Josh Allen, was it 6 years, $300 million? That's a lot of dough. It's a lot of dough. We are a much better team with Geno. As a thank you, Matt. See, Matt, I'm putting this up for EMAC because EMAC thinks and again, not that I try to dime out all of my guests. EMAC and I like the fact that EMAC comes in, and he is my only person that actually follows me on Twitch. So I have one follower on Twitch. I guess I need at least 19 more. 19 more would be good. But you said Metcalf is with the Steelers. Is that through a trade? Because I know he had a year. He had a year on his contract. Hi, Hot Neil gave me a $2 sticker. Thank you, dear Hot. As a Seahawks, I'm glad Geno and DK are out of here. Okay, yeah. But EMAC says that we suck because Geno is with us, and now that DK Metcalf is with the Steelers, and they got rid of what do you call it? They got rid of the other guy. So now you said that it will. Okay, so DK Metcalf was traded for a third or a second? Oh, let's see. We need to sign the corner from the Vikings. Raiders are pressuring him. The corner? Okay. By the way, I didn't get a chance to see that it's called Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow. And I'm not a. Pardon me. God damn it. Fuck. As soon as I get back here, I yawn. It must be psychosomatic. Every time I'm here, the lights aren't very light. Maybe I need more light. Get behind here, get in front of the camera, and I start to yawn. Sorry, it's got to be psychosomatic. But Edge of Tomorrow, I was there in Gitmo with my buddy, the Vikings fan, Tommy Bouchane, and we saw it. And like I said, I do not like Tom Cruise. So Seattle got a second round pick from the Steelers, and the team swapped picks in the seventh round. That's cheap. Metcalf 5 years, $150 million. So that's what, $30 a year? I think it's $30 a year. That's a lot. So in a matter of days, the Seahawks, and again, EMAC is a Seahawks fan. They became undoubtedly the worst team in the NFC West because they're not better than the Niners. They're definitely not better than the Rams. And I think the Cardinals are better than them. Steelers and Seahawks were swapping 6th and the 7th round. After this, if the Raiders lose Chip Kelly. Okay, well, see, you changed. That was a change. That was a change. And I'm putting this one up, EMAC, because these are my receipts. After this season, if the Raiders lose, Chip Kelly is going to get fired. Horseshit. Not with the amount of money that they're paying Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly is the highest paid offensive coordinator in football, making much as and probably more than some head coaches. So you're saying you're going to give him 1 year? 1 year? I can't see that. Did Devontae sign with the Rams? College is different. I get it. I get it. It is different. It's college and the pros. But concept is the same. How many pro teams are now running college concepts because they work, right? And people are going. Remember when colleges used to have the jet sweep and it was only the colleges that had the jet sweep? And then people in the pros started using them. Why? Because it worked. If things work and it gets picked up, it gets repeated, it gets copied. Things that work get copied. I mean, honestly, I think so. If things work, they get copied. College game for him, it was to nobody what? What was the answer? Nobody. Just with a good season stat, and he's a mobile core. I think. Hey, there's my boy Mundungus. Thank you, there, Mundungus. By the way, that's my phone, which is it's very barely. Oh God, it's still it's not charging. Gonna lose that pretty soon. That sucks. Let me see here. Hang on. Thought it was working. It says it's working. Okay. Oh, fuck. Well, it was working. It's not working. Maybe it just works with a. Got to plug it in. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's after the show shit. Nobody ran college plays in the NFL, like you said. Bullshit. BMAC, you're lying. You're lying. Nobody ran college plays in the NFL. Okay, that's a lie. That's a lie. People watch shit that works and they use them. I know for a fact, I can't remember exactly what, but when Gruden was coaching the as the Philadelphia offensive coordinator, Broncozilla, good to see you. We got two Broncos in the house. We got Broncozilla and we got Mundungus. And you guys can hear me on this, right? Think Raiders will take BPA in a draft and grab Will Howard in later rounds to develop? Yeah. I mean, if you got a guy that knows the concepts, so he's ahead of the game, and I like this from Mundungus. Asia, good to see you. Howdy to you as well. Now you have Corey. We should just get Genty. Maybe. Will Howard in the third. Pete Carroll still be on the hot seat. Okay. Broncozilla, what's up, Captain? I'm good. How you doing, Broncozilla? College models its offense off the NFL system, so that's a load of shit. But if it would, no, that's not true. I mean, true, but if something works in college that hasn't been seen in the pros, it gets used. In fact, what my point was, when Gruden was the offensive coordinator for the Eagles before he got the Raiders job, he actually grabbed the play from college and used it under the Eagles. Was Andy Reid his... Trying to think, was Andy Reid the head coach then? I think it was. I think he was the OC under Andy Reid. Big E's in here. Biggie Bronco. We've got 3 Broncos in here. Congratulations on getting your quarterback. Okay, well, hey. Better than who we had. It's better than who we had. Watch the brutally long. Yeah, I heard that. And yeah, we got Alex Kappa. Is Rush, it's a tush push, a college play? I don't know. So I like this. So I'm going to we got Mundungus and Biggie Bronco. And there was a third Bronco guy. What was it? I had him in here. Broncozilla. Thank you. Good to see that we got some Bronco folks. Do they not have things on Sunday night for MHRT? Or I know I know what it is. There's somebody say, and for all you Bronco fans that have nothing to do on Sunday night, come over and bug Captain Jack. Hey, your views are appreciated. I like it. Come into the show. I asked Biggie Bronco to come in last time, but he said he was cleaning his dog kennel cages. Okay, Cal watched The Brutalist. I heard Brutalist was a good movie. Do you know it's going to be shitty? Thank you for your opinion, EMAC. Wide receiver 6 would be good. I've seen a couple. All right, we're just sitting here laughing about you all trading for Geno. Okay, well, that's fine. If you're laughing, that's fine. He was better than any quarterback that the Raiders had on the roster from last year. We got rid of Ritter. We got rid of Booger. I like calling him Booger, just like the guy from what is it? Booger from the college movie. I can't remember. Booger. Oh, we got another Bronco in here. Clayton's in here. Thank you, Dan. Clayton's in here. So we got 4 Bronco guys in here. Salute to you as well, Clayton. Smash the like button. Thank you. And I agree with this. I see this coming a mile off. Wait, where is it? Oh, boy, that was a lot of comments all at once. Since the Bills released Von Miller is probably going to go back to the Broncos. I can see that. Bronco wasn't he in the Pro Bowl though? Wasn't he in the Pro Bowl? No, not that Booger. No, Booger. Armstrong. Curtis Armstrong is his name. Curtis Armstrong played Booger in the college movie Revenge of the Nerds. Curtis Armstrong, Booger. That's who I'm talking about. Not Booger McFarland. Booger McFarland has the brains of a gnat. Wow, 60 degrees in Wisconsin. Do I say that close? And wow, we got 40 million. Who'd we get? We had 120 million and now we only got 40. So we spent 80 in 2 days? Really? Who'd we get? Alex Kappa, I know. Geno Smith, I know. I don't know anybody else. Yeah, I kind of agree with this there, Jason Dean, but what I was saying, they said he sucked. They said he sucked. Well, if you make the Pro Bowl, you don't suck. I think you're better than serviceable. They said he sucked. But he was the best. He was the best quarterback that we have now over Booger Minshew. And I like AOC 12. I almost broke my own rule. AOC 12. AOC is the skinny bitch in New York. That's not our quarterback. Pro Bowl is crap. Okay, well, the Rams got Adams. Okay, here. Golf clap. Yeah, Geno Smith. I didn't think so. I'm not commenting anything they say. I get it. You're thinking of Revenge of the Nerds. Yes, I said that. The college movie, Curtis Armstrong, Revenge of the Nerds. That's the Booger I'm talking about. Mason Grants would be amazing if you all pair him with Crosby. Okay. But that's what, the Mundungus, that's what I've been saying. I said that in previous shows. First off, I don't want anything to do with Shedeur Sanders because he's infected with the state of Colorado. No, I just don't want him. And a friend of the program, I won't name the source, a friend of the program stated that he heard through his sources that Shedeur is a lock for the Giants at 2. Hope it's true. I don't want anything to do with Shedeur Sanders. Great Sunday, Cap. Clayton, thank you, man. And you should remember that Captain Jack, you're I like this. I'm a big nerd. Wait, did I get it there? No, okay. See, I couldn't even get it. You should remember that Captain Jack is a big nerd. I am a Trekker, not a Trekkie, because that's the wrong statement. A Trekker. People that like Star Trek, probably the original. Have I been watching the Americas? No. Tyler Lockett, that would be okay. I think he's probably going to come. Don't the Browns pick number 2? Okay, I'm not sure, but they said that give me a, okay. It's Tennessee. That okay? Maybe the what was it? Maybe the Browns get Cam Ward at 2, and the Giants pick number 3. Maybe it's the Giants at 3. Giants at 3. There you go. Thank you. Don't the Brown thank their big? Yeah, I give you credit. But he said that his sources say that the Giants are going to get Shedeur Sanders, which would be good because I don't want nothing to do with Shedeur Sanders. I don't even want him available. Seriously, I don't want him available. Yes, the Browns picking number 2. All okay. Thank you there, Broncozilla as well. Travis Hunter. Browns picking number 2. Oh, Travis Hunter is overrated. I agree with this. Travis Hunter. Now, by the way, because we got Jason Dean in here, Jason, I was talking about you the other day, in a good way, because we had Angelo here talking college football. I said, hopefully. And by the way, guys, and everybody in here, Biggie Bronco, Broncozilla, Mundungus, and my boy up there in Wisconsin, watch the show because we're going to have a draft show. I'm sure you guys probably will be, MHRT will be too, but we have some very, very capable college draftniks, of which Angelo Transplant is one. Jason Dean is one. That's Raider Demon King. So watch our show too, so you can get a big, wide swath of knowledge. I'm going to watch the show because I'm going to go, okay, that's cool. Do you think you should go on to Cat? Yeah, and Jimmy Farrell just said that. Sorry, effective cap space of 44 million. But who did we spend it on, though? That's what I want to know. Yeah, Jason, we'll get with you. If we had even if it was 110, we had 110 the other day. Now we have 44. Who did we spend it on? I need to know this because it went down drastically. Trade back, stay put for Broncos, pick what, and who we drafted and my Bronco. Yeah. And there you go. See, that's what I was saying. Clayton Herron's going to be here, and all those Bronco fans. It's great. Oh, okay. That makes a little bit of sense. Should the Raiders get Stephon Diggs? Maybe. I thought the Crosby signing, though, actually made the cap kind of like better for years more. I thought we had more. Ralph is in here as well. Jason Dean said we have more. And EMAC says, by the way, that, and the receipts are here. If the Raiders suck, Chip Kelly's going to be fired after a year. I don't think so. But, hey, maybe you guys are smarter. Maybe you guys are smarter than me. But, yeah, I'm thinking Jason Dean with Angelo, maybe have Chris come in and do some of his stuff because Chris is smart. I'm not on Instagram tonight because my phone is actually charging. I think it is. Oh, no, I took it off. That's right. It's not charging. Oh, well. I'm playing Jack Kennett tonight. I'm playing Hurt. So if you do want to come into the show, and I said I'd love for people to. So we got 4 Broncos in here. We almost have as many Bronco fans as Raiders fans. Okay, there is the link. There is the link. Remember, you get at least 5 minutes to talk about what you want to talk about. Why did it not go through? I see it on. Huh. Let me make sure. I know it went somewhere. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Captain, I like the Ducks' latest uniforms. I have not seen the Ducks' latest. And no, I'm not really high on Stephon Diggs either. It's a gray, which does make it Confederate, but it is a gray cavalry hat. I just like the gray because it goes with the silver, black, and gray. Crosby had $38 million on cap hit this year with the new Raiders have $43 million in cap space left. Okay, that's from Mundungus. Mundungus knows shit too. What was Geno's cap hit? Don't know. I don't know about the other Bronco fans, but I'm just in here to bust your balls. All right, thanks, Biggie. But you can come in. You want to talk about your team because again, you got other Bronco. You got Clayton. Clayton comes in here and talks about the Broncos. Biggie's here to bust my balls. The other 3 Bronco guys or the other 2 Bronco guys it's if you want to bust my balls, I have no problem with that. And Mundungus is here too. So Biggie, if you had a show, Biggie, I would show up to hit your show up too. So we're gonna bring EMAC in here. Broncos could get Genty. They're not picking that high though. Jared's in here. Hey, there you go. See, now I got a Steeler in here. And boy, and Jared used to be in here all the time, but I don't do phone calls anymore. You got to hit the link. Okay, without further ado, I'm gonna let EMAC in here.
How's it going, Captain?
Get ready. How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you?
The smartest man on the show.
Yes, sir.
The smartest man on the show. That is EMAC. Let me make sure I'm making sure my pointing is good. That guy is the smartest guy on the show because he said that Pete Carroll is going to flame out. He said that Chip Kelly is a horrible offensive coordinator.
He's not good. I'm sorry.
Those are opinions, though. But you did say that you are glad.
Captain.
Okay, no, they're not facts.
They're
not facts. Wait a second. Wait. Let me finish. Hey, let me fucking finish. Let me fucking finish. You said that Pete Carroll is a horrible coach who has won a college.
I never said Pete Carroll is horrible. I think.
No, you said Pete Carroll too. You said he's going to flame out. You said that's a fact. It's not a fact until it happens.
I just don't think he's a good fit.
There's opinion and facts. The fact is that Pete Carroll has won 2 championships. That is a fact, correct? That is a fact. Okay. And in your opinion, Chip Kelly is not a good offensive coordinator. That is an opinion. Not a fact.
That's actually a fact if you look at those losses they had. Like those are very questionable losses to answer in the interview.
Name me a college coach who is perfect, has never had a loss. I want to hear this.
Nick Saban.
Which college coach has never had a loss?
Nick Saban.
Nick Saban? Never had a loss?
Yes.
Never had a loss. Better fucking check that. Nick Saban has lost in college.
Or Kirby Smart, Dabo Swinney.
And they all have lost. They all have lost. That is why I say
Nick Saban has only lost. Saban has only lost in his career, ending his career.
It's a loss.
He was getting older
There
during
is
that time.
there is no college there's no college quarterback. There is no college coach. There's no college administration that is perfect. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but the losses sometimes.
You're saying that he has losses, and I agree
The
with
losses
Jason Dean.
sometimes. The losses can have asked people questions in those interviews. You have to act a certain way in those interviews behind the microphone to the sports media.
Let me ask a question, Emac, because you are a Seahawks fan. Who was responsible for the Seahawks losing the Super Bowl?
Play calling.
And who was the play caller?
Daryl Bevel.
Thank you.
But
Daryl fucking Bevel.
He wasn't even that good to begin with anyway.
No, because he's better than Chip Kelly, right?
They're both the same. They're both not very good.
In your opinion.
In your opinion.
No.
Daryl Bevel, all he did for the Seahawks was run, pass, punt, pass, run, punt. End of story.
Whatever. Hey, and I get it. Chad Pennington was perfect at Marshall. Was he perfect over his entire college career?
Oh yeah, Captain Jack. I would like to switch a football topic. Because I was on Sneaky's show the other day, as we were chatting about Hall of Famer, about if you'd rather be in the Hall of Fame or rather make it to the Hall of Fame without a ring, caring about stats, or you care about the rings to be able to make the Hall of Fame, like a Julian Edelman or Calvin Johnson.
Most people would say that they would have rather had a championship, a Super Bowl championship, than be in the Hall of Fame. Most people would say that.
I would rather be in the Hall of Fame than winning a ring than making the Hall of Fame. If you want to watch the episode, it's on 279. If you want to watch the whole episode, what we were talking about. But anyway, I'd rather make the Hall of Fame because the way the game is played now, and there's no such thing as hard tackling in defenses anymore. For 2, and then 3, I don't think Super Bowls don't even matter anymore.
You don't think Super Bowl is going to matter anymore?
I personally don't think so. It's the goal to win it, but that's not how you make the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Anyway, you got anything else to say?
No, I'm actually looking up Chad Pennington's stats because they said he was undefeated at Mercer. I know he was undefeated at Marshall. I thought maybe that's a typo. I think that maybe Biggie was talking about Marshall. I don't see him playing for Mercer. What is Chad Pennington's college? Oh, here we go. College stats. There we go. College stats, Chad Pennington. I'm trying to get it. Come on.
I'm glad DK and Geno are not on my team anymore.
How many? What's his record though? He said the games. It was 12. It doesn't say how many games he lost.
Look.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm thinking that he played 3 years at Marshall, 12 games each, and I'm sure in those 36 games. Okay, I can't be sure, but I would think that he lost at least one of those games. That was my point.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying you have to have a perfect record when it comes to losing as a play caller or as a coach, but it's just the play calls that got me thinking. It's like, are they worth keeping? certain calls like that.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course, the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is something that should always be there. But if you ask Dan Marino, and I think they've asked Dan Marino this, if you ask Dan Marino says that he would much rather have won a Super Bowl ring than be in the Hall of Fame.
I'd rather make the Hall of Fame because everyone will remember your name.
Yeah, that's true, but they will always remember that you never won a Super Bowl.
And then when it comes to making Hall of Fame, people will be wearing my jersey.
But hey, by the way, I found in my
Like, I think.
Wait a second, because you're talking about jersey. I found in my brother's load of crap that's in my garage that I'm going to be getting rid of. There is a Dan Marino jersey because my brother had so I'm going to probably clean it up and sell it to a Dolphin fan. Anyway, we got a bunch of people. So thank you. And again, Biggie, thank you, Biggie. I was looking at the college stats. I saw games, so thank you for that. He played his freshman year, lost for West Virginia. So he wasn't perfect. Then sophomore year, he was the backup quarterback. Then he started again his junior year, went 13-0, and then he came out. Thank you, Biggie.
Winning Super Bowls for the NFL is a joke nowadays.
Oh, it's a joke?
Yes. Yes, it's a joke.
Are you really going to stand on that one?
I mean, what is the worth accomplishment for? Nothing. It's really not that worth of accomplishment.
Okay. I'm saying, according to Ed, and Ed is a good judge.
What is accomplishment for? It's just a trophy at the end of the day.
Everybody. I don't swipe left. Does that
For
get
people
rid of
that
it?
care about the Super Bowl is for losers and for old heads.
Okay. Biggie, I gotta let you go because you're just embarrassing yourself. But I appreciate you being on. Okay. And hey, we will look to see if Chip Kelly makes the team better. Okay, makes the team better. I got it. So is swipe left? That's when you want to get somebody you don't like that. I don't have that app. That's the Babe act. We swipe left and swipe right. But anyway, Biggie, I got to let you go, brother. But thank you for being in here. Okay.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah. I got to let you go.
I thought you were talking about Big E, the guy in the comment section.
No, Big E can come in anytime.
Oh, and did I piss you off or something?
No, they're calling you a troll. And I said, when you say, and I got to agree with you here, when you say that it doesn't mean anything, this is the big meaning right here. You get to go to Disney World.
I've only been to Disneyland as a little kid, but that's it.
Disney World's better. I live in Florida. I'm telling you, Emac, it's better.
I've been to Florida, but only the Tampa Bay area.
Well, if you come to Florida, because I'm in Florida, go to Disney World and go to Universal Studios. Okay,
Yes,
those
sir.
are great. Go to you. Hey, where you at, Emac?
I'm in Washington State.
Washington State. Okay, come to Florida and come to Disney World.
Okay, my mom is actually moving to Panama City Beach.
Well, that's still about 6 hours from. That's still at least a good 6 hours from Tampa, which is another 2. It's got about 8 hours to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
About 8 hours to Disney.
Hopefully the weather gets better down there because I hate muggy heat.
Well, yeah, and the other thing about Panama City is it's in Hurricane Alley. So you're going to get a lot of storms.
Yeah, one thing I can't. Let's just say about Florida is I can't stand alligators.
Well, don't come to Florida, Iggy. If it's water,
It'll eat you.
If it's water, they're pretty much, unless it's a pool. If it's standing water that's not that doesn't have concrete around it, there'll be gators in it.
I thought Disney World was shut down. I thought it was like
No,
about that.
no. That's leftist propaganda. Biggie, I gotta let you go, brother. Take
All right.
care. We'll see.
I love you, man.
Hey, be well. Love you too. That's Big E. He's got it. He's got his opinions. He's got his opinions. Oh, this is the big scene in Edge of Tomorrow where Cruz is about ready to die and he pulls the pins and it blows up the Omega. I think that was the Omega is like the big Mac Daddy. See what I did there with the Mac Daddy? The big Mac Daddy alien. And so when he dies, all of the little mimics, they die. So, but if you want to, and yeah, Big E knows Disney World, man. That's where everybody goes. All right. Anyway, if you'd like to come back into the show, and I thank EMAC for being here. He has his opinions. I think they're wrong. But he's allowed to express them. I mean, it's Sunday. And Cruz wakes up and he's still a major. He's not a private. His opinion aligns with Cam Newton, not mine. Thanks, Johnny. Johnny, by the way, is over in San Diego. Hopefully we'll get a chance to do something together, Johnny. Thank you for being here. If you'd like to hit the show, go on, hit the link. And DK Metcalf would have been good, but he would have been good. But if there was a second, that would mean that the Raiders have their first round pick, no second and no third, or they would have had the 1/3 because they traded the 1/3 to get Geno. And yeah, but there are other receivers available. DJ got overpaid and too many years. But Pete Carroll wanted his quarterback, and that's why he went out and got Geno Smith. There are a boat ton of Bronco fans in here. There are a boat ton of Raider fans in here. I know Ed Winchell's in here. Johnny, was it Matt Marinovich? I'm going to go up the thing. Big E's a Bronco fan. Doc Cabral is a Patriots fan. Steve Mahalik, the Philadelphia Eagles, literally had a first-year DC and OC, won the Super Bowl in the first year. I like Chip anyone's better than Luke Getsy. I'm glad we retained PG as the DC, and Pete is a significant upgrade from AP. Thank you. This is Steve. Steve Mahalik is a Raiders fan. And this is the positive things about the upgrade. Pete Carroll is a winning coach. Okay. Now, the Chargers head coach has never won anything at all. Seriously. I don't think he's won anything. Maybe in college, he might have won a national championship. I don't think so, though. I know he was a very good quarterback at Michigan. But he didn't win a national championship with Michigan. I don't think. Or did he? No, he did win. Okay, yeah. He won a national championship with Michigan, and then he came over to the pros. Okay, so he's won a national championship with Michigan. Sean Payton's won a Super Bowl with the Saints. Andy Reid has won several Super Bowls And Pete Carroll has won a Super Bowl as well as a college national championship. So the coaches in the AFC West are winners. It's a matter of getting the team around them. Okay? It's a matter of getting the team that they want around them. But the Raiders didn't have a quarterback last year other than AOC 12, who I like. I still like. But, yeah, he was a – yeah. I had to look. Commanders getting Debo for a third. Yeah, I think Ramiro's correct. I think it was a 5th round pick. But he's overweight and he got paid and he got lazy and fat. And Johnny correct. But Johnny, I said that I had to get it when I was thinking, oh yeah, he did. And then he went to the pros. But that was before I saw that. Silver Smoke's in here. So he won a national championship in college. Pete won a national championship in college and a Super Bowl. So actually, Pete's the only guy that has both of them. Because Andy Reid has won several Super Bowls, but he wasn't in college to win. Peyton was a Super Bowl winning coach, but he didn't do things in college. Obviously, Harbaugh won in college, but it hasn't won in the pros yet. I will say that. But Pete's already done it. If you want to come in, and hopefully Johnny will, hopefully Ed Winchell will, and maybe Silver Smoke will. If you'd like to come in, hit the link. I'll put it up again. There's the link. I had to think. Yeah, I was like, that's why he parlayed it. Harbaugh parlayed that national championship. And I actually got a chance to see Jim Harbaugh in Tampa. It was at a Lightning game when Michigan was down here to play in I think it was still called the Outback Bowl at the time. He's a big guy. He's a big guy. Hit the link. EMAC was on. EMAC has his opinion. I don't agree with him. But he's here. Like I said, there was a lot of Bronco fans in here. Big E was in here, and Bronco whatever. Then Mundungus was in, and obviously Mr. Heron from. Yeah, there you go. I'm the best troll on your show. You're up there. You're top 5. You're top 5, EMAC. There you go. Sean Payton was the offensive coordinator for the Giants when they went to Super Bowl. Bill Parcells was it. Yes, that's true. But he won a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl as the Saints head coach. So, I mean, yeah, he has another Super Bowl with, a team. But like, if you're going to go that way, then I think friggin' Spagnuolo. Spagnuolo won a Super Bowl. Spagnuolo won a Super Bowl as a Giant defensive coordinator, and won how many with the Chiefs as a defensive coordinator. So he's got to have at least, I would say, top 3, top 5 Super Bowls as a coordinator, in my mind. Buddy Ryan's in that class too. Buddy Ryan, with the Bears, won a Super Bowl. Yeah, and that's true. And now we're going to bring in my buddy Doc. Pete is great. Players win games. We have much. That's true, Ed. Harbaugh was our quarterback coach in 2002 with Gannon. And Ed Winchell says maybe in 26 or 27. And Sharisa Ali Khan, a.k.a. Black Thanos, is in here as well. Hey, Thanos, the only reason why I tagged you, and I'm going to get Doc in here in a second, was said the only or the last true Raider? That was the comment that stuck out to me. The last true Raider. True Raider. And by the way, I've had some issues with people on my Facebook politics. And I'm very I got rid of one guy. And I didn't get rid of another person, but I'm kind of upset that we've had this tiff. Doc, I won't get rid of you.
Hello, Jay.
How you doing, brother? I won't get rid of you. You're a Patriots fan. You got bad taste, but I got bad taste too. So, there you go.
Yeah, we both know that, Jay, don't we?
We both know that. How you doing, brother? How's your health?
I'm very happy. Honestly, I'm falling apart, but that's besides the point. Yeah, they're trying to. I'm probably gonna get booted out of the federal service one of these days. We'll see.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I just got stuff in the mail from the Florida office for Social Security.
Really?
That I have to fill out. Yeah, that I have to fill out. I talked to National Social Security. Why am I getting it from the Florida Social Security? I don't know. I don't know.
It's probably the same thing, man. Remember, they're all trying to jump on each other's back foot. So, by the way, how are you doing?
I'm hurting. I was this close to go to the ER because I thought that I might have a DVT clot.
Again?
Well, I don't know, never again, but I thought I might have had a DVT clot because I couldn't walk without so much pain in and around the calf, and then it was the upper what do you call it? The upper quad. So
what? You kidding?
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding. But it was so much pain. I couldn't. I like take 1, 2. It was like I was doing the cha-cha or the tango. 1, 2, stop. 1, 2, stop. 1, 2, stop. I couldn't walk. But so I'm hoping. Because I got some tests coming up, and hopefully that they don't find anything out. But it's like that's why I'm saying I can't walk. I can't work. I can't do anything. So
sorry about that.
Yeah. So I'm hoping you're better.
Well, I'm getting there, but I got to get with the doctors and some other crazy stuff at the same time. I had a question for you.
Sure.
Oh, I mean, actually, I should actually say I have a comment for you. It's better.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not political with you. Never have been. Mike Vrabel, if you want to call that political, that's up to you. But Mike Vrabel makes me happy. I did my happy dance, Owie, the day that he got selected. I'm very, very happy for him being the coach now.
Okay. That's not political. That's sports. That's why I had that comment on my I had my comment on Facebook. Don't fucking talk politics. If you're super ultra conservative or super ultra liberal, I don't want to fucking hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. I want to talk sports and entertainment, movies, military, tall tales that are not tall, experiences, some me talking like, as an old salty pirate, talking about, things salty pirates talk about. Not crossing the line of being misogynistic, but just, kind of close, But that's me. I said, that's all I want to do. I don't want fucking bullshit politics. So that's why I said. But I'm sorry you're feeling bad. Huh?
Are you still on the that network that you go on? I forget the name of it.
Yeah, the Northeast Streaming Sports Network.
Yes. Okay. Hey, by the way, how's my party doing up there in New England?
Which party in New England?
My partner up in New England, the one that we talked to that one time, has the beard.
Oh, Jeff LaFontaine is good to go. He's good to
Okay,
go
cool.
here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad
he's
to hear that. Been a little, I was a little off on it one time. I felt kind of bad. Didn't know how to talk to him, but he's a great guy. I like him.
yeah, he's good. Steve says
And
we're going to
how's
make the
Lil?
playoffs. She's good. I got a question for you. Are the Patriots going to make the playoffs this year?
Oh God, don't give me that, please.
No,
I
question.
want it to be. I want it to be yes. If they can get in, and even if they fall out in the first round, I don't worry about it. But if they get in and they go a little bit, and they're not, if they're knocked off, even better if they're knocked off Andy Reid, I'd be real happy. But we'll see. I think you guys want that first.
Yeah. I'll address these two things. Thank you, Steve. I think that we have a better opportunity to make the playoffs this year than we ever did.
Mm-hmm.
Big E
Yep.
says, "Big, I'm telling you, Big E, I will never root for the fake Pirates. The fake Pirates. No Tampa Bay fucking fake Pirates. No, I'm just letting you know that."
Well,
And Big E says, "Good night, good night."
You used to tell me that you rooted for the Raiders and whoever was playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Pretty much. Yeah. Whoever's playing, I root for. Whoever's playing anybody else in the AFC West, I root for. And those are my teams. You know, the Raiders and that. Sam Darnold. That's awesome. Well,
are you guys going after a
the
quarterback?
fake Pirates. Huh?
Are you guys going after a quarterback?
We just, Smith in a trade.
Oh, Geno Smith did go to you guys.
Yeah, picked up Geno Smith for the same third round pick that we got from the Jets to get rid of Adams, who apparently went to the Rams for $46 million is a lot.
Ooh.
$46 million is a lot. It's not worth $46 million. And by the way, the Bucks, it's without the K, EMAC. It's BUCS. The Bucks, BUCKS. That is a basketball team. The Milwaukee Bucks.
Buccaneers, Jay. Buccaneers.
Sorry. And yeah, Bucks, BUCS. Tampa Bay Fake Pirates, BUCS. Milwaukee Bucks, BUCS. Different. Okay.
That's what the Steelers were.
And yeah, we're going to get
the Steelers.
The Stillers?
Yeah.
Stillers. The Stillers. That's it. But hey, well, I'm glad you came in.
Well, I better
there you go. Right.
My son
Johnny says
too loud.
Okay, well, don't talk too loud and say hi to your wife.
Okay, I shall. Hey, honey. Jay said hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
The Raider fan in the house. The good half.
Yeah, the much better half, we'll call her. Okay.
That's right.
Take care. Have a good night. Love you.
Love you too, brother. And like I said, I'll keep you apprised of my medical shit going on as I can.
Take care, brother.
Be well.
Love you.
Peace. Love you too, brother. That's Doc. Love Doc, man. Doc is good. And yeah, I mean, I do say I have issues, medical issues. You know, that's I got to do all this fucking paperwork. And the Bucks, fake Pirates, and EMAC, they're the fake Pirates because they had to butch up their fucking logo. Go back to their original logo. The shifty pirate with the big fucking feather, a buccaneer, right? With the dagger in his mouth, right? No, they had to butch it up. They butched it up to get a more manly logo. And what did they do? They had cross swords. Who the fuck has had cross swords since 1960? We have. See the cross swords? That's another reason why I have the hat. Has cross swords on it. I'm trying to, I got to, there you go. Yeah, I got to, okay, cross swords. And it is a fashion choice. Who was asking about the fashion choice? Ramiro, yeah. It's a fashion choice. It's gray, like the Raider colors. It has cross swords, like the Raiders. So that's why I got it. It is a yes. It does mean they're fake pirates. If you got to butch up your fucking logo, you're the fake environment. You're fake. And by the way, it's THY apostrophe RE. EMAC, don't piss me off anymore. The butt pirates. Thank you there, Laker Mike. And yeah, the creamsicles, man. I had no problem with the Bucks when they were into creamsicle orange. Nice uniform, creamsicle orange. And then they went to be the butt pirates. Thank you there, Laker Mike. Anyway, by the way, I almost wore. Just don't be mad at me. Oh, Black Thanos, I'll be right with you. I almost wore a Celtics jersey tonight. Why? Because the Celtics beat the Lakers last night, and I was like, I was almost, because I got a Kobe jersey, and if the Lakers would have won, I would have wore the Lakers jersey. And then, but I saw that the Celtics won, so I'm like, I'll wear the Celtics jersey. I'm like, yeah, no, not tonight. Too soon. The Celtics won. I almost wore it because that was the reason why I got the Celtics jersey. So on St. Patrick's Day, I would have something green to wear. This year, next Monday, I'm going to the Flyers playing the Lightning here in Tampa. So I'll have to wear the Celtics jersey underneath the Flyers jersey. So that they say, oh, you're not wearing any green, I got to pinch you. No, fuck you. They can't pinch me when I have my green Celtics jersey on. EMAC, you're pissing me off, brother. You're pissing me off. We're gonna go to my boy. Or excuse me, let me not say that, because you know what? I had when somebody called me somebody's boy the other day, it pissed me off. I apologize. My shipmate, Black Thanos, aka Sharif Alakan. I apologize, Sharif. It was just I meant it in a good way, but that did piss me off too when somebody was calling me your boy. I think it's derogatory. Black Thanos, give me a mic check, brother.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check.
Good seeing you. How you doing? You're good, Mike.
Okay, great. Yeah, just happened to catch you in the last few minutes. Been a very active day in the league, and of course, specifically for us, the biggest news was Geno coming aboard. I appreciate you listening to my brief remarks the other night about it. And it's surprising, but it's not surprising given who the HC is. And I don't necessarily, we all agree he's not the long-term answer. And who knows if he even starts this season. But one thing can be assured, that Carroll trusts him. There's a relationship. And I think he's ideal as a mentor for whoever we bring into the fold via the draft, hopefully. And while Geno doesn't have the sexiest name out of some of the options people were hoping for, like Darnold, who I think now went to Seattle, or Stafford, as I said to you, or as I said in that address that you listened to Geno's thrown for more touchdowns than both of them in the last 3 years, and he's had more wins than a plethora of quarterbacks in the last last 3 years, including Prescott, Purdy, Herbert. Yes, of course, Derek Dallas. Hell, you got more wins at quarterback than Derek Dallas Carr. So that's not a hard thing to do. Herbert, Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold, Stafford. There's a number of QBs who don't have more wins than Geno just in the last 3 years. And Seattle wasn't necessarily world beaters. And that's a tough division, the NFC West. With Aaron Donald still being there, the 49ers just went to a Super Bowl very recently. That's a very competitive, physical division. The Rams being Super Bowl champions about 4 years ago. So that's no cakewalk over there. And that man, and he had to stand on his own too. And he was the comeback player of the year in 2022. That says a lot about his resolve. He's had some serious injuries years ago, but he's here now. And I think he's a great intermediate bridge option because Pete Carroll don't have a ton of time to try to introduce his little intricacies to some brand new personality at the quarterback position. So it makes perfect sense because there's established trust with those two. In other news, as you stated, Devontae now is in LA. I guess that's better than the chokers, as you call them.
$6 million? I'm sorry. Devontae is a and I was okay. Let me preface it. Devontae was a surefire Hall of Famer until he came to us, and then his stuff dropped, and then he went to the Jets and his shit dropped. Devontae needs a lot of good stats with the Rams in order to get put back into the surefire. He's a Hall of Famer because of the crap that he's had with us in the Jet. I would say that his stock plummeted a little bit. Would you not agree?
Oh, yes, for sure. I think the Rams are just looking at the potential upside. But yes, this year is critical for his legacy. God forbid he has a serious injury because he may wait a long time for the Hall of Fame if he gets in. Yeah. But if he has a great bounce back year, which is possible with a Sean McVay, with a Stafford, and now Kupp no longer being there, so you figure he's going to be the main option. He can do well over there. So, it just was a crazy year for him this past year where he went from bad to worse, leaving Vegas in week 4. And sometimes when you try to rekindle something, even with an ex-girlfriend or whatever, and you are reminded why you left in the first place, or it just wasn't meant to be, that's what him and Aaron discovered. So now they parted ways and he's in LA. Now, but as far as us, Cap,
46 million? He's not worth 46 million, man.
Well, that's 2 years, and we don't know. That might be the total amount of it, but I'm not sure what's guaranteed. Okay. It might be 28, 27.
Well, see, I would do 23 and 23. That I can agree with. I only heard 46, and he's there. I didn't know the stipulation.
Yeah, it's a 2-year deal, but okay. I don't know the guarantee portion, but it's definitely a 2-year deal, which makes sense for his age,
Okay,
but
okay.
I would entertain bringing him back here if he had his head right and for the right price, because he had a hell of a year for us just 2 years ago, which seemed like a eternity, but as I was just saying, sometimes you just can't go back. He tried to rekindle things with his college quarterback. It didn't work out. Right, but he tried to rekindle things with Aaron Rodgers, so he's trying something brand new with Stafford, and it might work for him.
But the same 2 years ago when he was on record saying these guys are going to fucking kill me, That year?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you know how that go, Cap. In the heat of battle and frustration, we say a lot of things. I know from
Yeah.
your seat in row 7 there at the stadium, you said a lot
Six,
of colorful things.
six. Row 6, which is really row 5. Don't back me up another
Oh,
row,
oh,
man.
oh, right. Excuse me. Yes, row 6. Yeah.
Which is really row 5. It is. There. I don't know why they
Yeah.
did it, but yeah, 6 is 5.
Well,
I'm
with
just.
all the women around you, sometimes it's tough to tell on TV, but you're right. That's row 6.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, on TV it's row 5 because you can't see all the other folks, but it is row 5. But I gotta say now, why? And this is a bone. This is a bone of contention. Why are you the last real Raider?
Oh, last real Raider alive?
Yeah, I got that hurt, man. That hurt me
No,
deeply.
no, it shouldn't hurt, my friend, because everyone should think of themselves who really lived this. You know, this ain't some masquerade party for me. I literally wear something Raiders every day. January to June to December and back. You know,
I
I
got
don't
you.
I don't switch into no business suit or become some regular Joe. You know, I've had women who I've been involved with say, "Well, damn, everything in your closet is black," or Raider stuff. You know,
Yeah.
but also I'm fighting tenaciously against subversive elements that have crept inside the nation with different attitudes, with different ideals that are in direct opposition to what Al Davis was about and built this organization on. I don't want to elaborate because we're not trying to get political, but to me, the Raiders transcend just the game of football, being how it was envisioned and built and being revolutionary in its approach and its progressiveness. That's
Well,
something I will always stand on and speak about without fear or favor, and I'm willing to die on the sword for it. So when I say I'm the last real Raider alive, say yes, I will literally offer all that I have to defend that. Whether it's popular, I don't do things for endorsements or favors or free tickets. I speak the truth as I see it out of my love for the shield, and most times, I'm proven correct.
yeah,
A
and I
la
will get
Telesco, a la Josh McDaniels. You get it.
and Johnny. By the way, this gentleman, Sharisa Alakan, aka Black Nanos, is definitely one of those guys that you need to talk with when you do your deal. Johnny knows what I'm talking about. I will get you guys together on numbers, but he is definitely a somebody that you need to talk with and on a regular basis. And Johnny's a great old school Raiders fan that I just got a chance to meet when we were at the Crosby event, and he's going to be doing some things that would be right up your alley as well, Sharif. So I will get you guys together probably on a group chat. But yeah, he's the real Raiders fan from jump. And he's in New York, by the way. He's in New York. And I
Oh,
will
that's
say,
wonderful.
yeah, I will say this now, Sharif, I don't always wear Raider gear. I'm trying to say I would probably wear something Raider 95% of the time. I'll have on like a Raider jacket or a Raider watch or or a Raider
Right.
necklace, but I will have something or the colors. The colors are almost always, like I said, this is black and gray with the I like the blue. I do like the Hawaiian blue, but I do evoke. But yeah, I don't always do it, and so you got me there. I will say that you are 100% on that one. You are
And
100%
and
on.
and my friend, it's not a matter of superiority, nothing like that. It's just, Raider fans overall, we excel in our uniqueness, though we're like-minded in many ways. and we all have very distinctive traits. Though on Black Sunday, we come together under the flag, under the shield for a common cause. That's just my distinction. You know, some people have various names that they call themselves or whatever, characters, personas, positions they feel strong about, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's just and it's just a surplus to the Black Thanos personage that you know all too well, seeing me travel across the country over the years.
For sure, and it's always a blast to get together with. And I'm not gonna dime him out by name, but I had a very heavy to do on a thread on Facebook yesterday with a fan that is disgruntled. He's been disgruntled for years. When the Raiders left Oakland, he was kind of like the second coming of was it the kid
Dr.
that was
Death?
Yeah, he was kind of like the second coming of Dr. Death. Dr. Death split a long time ago and became a Niner fan. Good for him. And I say that, fuck you, good for him. But this gentleman who still goes to Raider games, but is not allowed in home Raider games, if you're catching my drift.
Oh, I believe I have a good idea for some crazy inflammatory remarks made in wake of a tragedy.
There you go. There you go.
Yes. I had to separate myself from that person years ago because it was so overbearing, toxic, negative, redundant.
Yeah.
So,
I did yesterday. But the thing was it was because of political shit. I was sick and tired of listening to his political shit on a thread that is a Raiders thread. There's nothing political on this thread, which is why I made my statement last night. I don't care what your politics are when we're talking football, okay? When we're talking sports, when we're talking stuff that I like to talk about, I can give a rat's ass because there are several people, and he was one of them, that is so far fucking left, I can't stand it. I couldn't stand it, but I set it aside. And then he started calling, he called out the president of the United States, which I just can't deal with. I didn't like it when I'll just leave it at that. And I said, you know what? Fuck you. No more. But there was somebody else that got tagged on the thread. And this gentleman is a friend of mine as well. And I didn't unfriend him because we do business together. Okay.
Right.
Through Raider clubs. That's all I'm going to say. But he is of the same ilk mind. And I'm like, dude, I don't fucking talk politics on my thread. And the only thing that I said that's political, Sharif, and you know this, what do I say about AOC?
Oh, you say that's an acronym for that, Puerto Rican broad or something in New York?
New York. That's it. That's all I say. AOC is not our quarterback. AOC is that skinny bitch from New York. That's the only time I throw a political slant on anything. Now, there are a couple way back, I talked a little bit derisively on somebody's shit about certain members of Congress. And I went after them because they were, and I said shit. I did a boo-boo, but it wasn't on my platform. So I'm trying to not on my platform. Fuck it. I'm not even going to do it anymore. So that's it. Thank you. No politics, sports, and entertainment.
And with that said, Cap, I'm going to offer this. I've never seen a bird fly with just one wing. Whether it's the left wing or the right wing, it requires both. Because that's what gives the bird balance. That's really what that's symbolic of, balance. As long as we can have mutual respect, we all have to coexist. We all dwell here in this land of North America. So it should be a whole lot divisiveness, but some personalities of influence thrive on it or maybe excel in it. But we as the populace have to be very mindful and care for the fact that ultimately we all need each other. If we get another September 11 attack, all that shit goes out the window. Because I could tell you in New York and I was in Manhattan, nobody gave a damn about what party you was registered to or whatever. But it shouldn't take a tragedy to at least have common ground and a higher level of civility. We don't need another civil war, you know. So if people want to have those discussions, that's fine in the appropriate forums. But if you're talking about the Raiders free agency moves or whatever, there's no place for that. That's just someone screaming for attention. And I know who you're talking about. And I'm outspoken as well, Cap, but I don't throw that in other people's threads. If I go live and I expound on my feelings on certain things happening around the Raiders or what I suspect may be happening, I do that in my own personal space. People can agree or disagree, but I do it respectfully. That's all I ask. Like Aretha saying, RESPECT. But all the badgering and hollering and insulting people because they don't see things like you do or have different interests than you are, that's not what the Raiders are about. Because hell, Todd Christensen was a Mormon, and Ken Stabler, drunk whiskey and ran through women, almost like you do. But but they both wore these colors.
Oh man, I wish.
Yeah.
Man.
But they both serve these colors, not at the same time, but you get what I'm saying. Just the diversity, the variety of people who bought into a mission, and that was the genius of Al Davis, really. Getting success out of that, because that's the only way we're going to move forward. And some of us are veterans, and the gentleman who spoke before me, I forget his name now. I hope he doesn't lose his employment. I think he indicated, this is going to be some tough times for a lot of us, but turning on each other with spiteful, immature, juvenile remarks, that's not the way to go.
Yeah. And again, I divested myself, and I haven't divested myself from the other gentleman because we do too much work together for me to unfriend you. But in other conversations, I was really upset at what he called me personally because of shit. And I'm like, well, let's put it this way. Not too many Levies are Nazis, but I was a Nazi. And that's like calling you the N-word and calling Angelo a FLIP. I don't like to even say shit like that. But you calling me a Nazi? Oh, fuck that. And I don't do the N. I do not do the N-word. That's as far as I go.
No, you don't, Cap. I wouldn't be on your show if I had any doubt or skepticism about your character and goodwill towards, everyone. You've always been big on mutual respect. I see how you move among the circles of people, the wide array of people, whether they Hispanic or Pacific Islanders, Black, white, Irish, whatever.
Yeah.
Because there's a Raider fan literally everywhere around the world. We discovered. I know them in Germany, in Australia, and up north Canada, everywhere. When when we get together Black Sunday, it's not about all the bickering and division. I've always prided the Raiders as the model of that. And that's the power of sports, or should be the power of sports. But some people just can't seem to separate their own personal mishaps or rage or issues. But it's good to know that the Raiders still have that ban in effect, because I never forget that egregious, fucking outrageous thing that was said that earned it.
I saw this gentleman in Baltimore last year, and I was nice, and and I've always been nice to him. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Hey, by the way, Sharif, I'm going to bring in, because you gave me the segue. You were talking about Asian Pacific Islanders and black folks, and I'm a white folks. So we got a smorgasbord right here, right? We got an NAACP and meeting with, and again, I'm wearing a damn Confederate hat, right? But I'm not. It's gray. It's the color scheme, man. I'm a damn Yankee.
Yeah.
You guys know that. But I wanted to bring Angelo on here so you guys can say hello as well. I'm not even sure if you guys had a something.
Black
Yes,
Thanos
of course, plenty of time.
I had Black Thanos on for like an hour and a half when I was hosting for your show and you were in Kansas, Cap.
Right.
So, okay.
Yeah. No,
well, I'm sorry.
No. I just wanted to pop in, Cap, because there's so much news out there right now, and I want to talk a little politics. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, fuck you! You know, fucking that's good. Not happening. But yeah,
no. As you know, all day today, I've just been seeing all these NFL moves, and I wanna correct a take that I had on your show when I was hosting it. So I was saying that I was going to be happy with whatever moves we do because, in all honesty, we all know that this is just going to be a continuous culture addition and solidifying and stabling things and all of that. And I was saying we probably won't even make it to the playoffs. And, you know, I'll be happy if we just win some more games, but I'll be happier as we continue to build for a brighter future. And later down the line, maybe, you know, 3-4 years from now, we could talk about us being an actual Super Bowl contender. So I want to rescind that comment because
okay.
All these
wait. I need to drum roll. Go ahead.
All these moves that I'm seeing now, I'm like, if they make a move that I think they should make, and again, we're going to find out by tomorrow. Free agency is going to really open up big wide. Right now, you're seeing all the different trade talks and re-signings, but in the morning tomorrow, all of a sudden, it's going to be free agency crazy. If we really spend a lot of money on the O-line to make sure we can protect Geno Smith, I think we're going playoff run on the. I mean, I think they weren't waiting. I think the Max Crosby extension was them saying to Max, hey, you're our captain, you're our Kobe Bryant. So we're going to keep these 2-year contract you have now, but we're going to give you all this guarantee money. So really, guys, we have Max Crosby for 5 years, right? And then you start seeing all these other moves they're doing. Okay, so like, and remember, I kept saying on the show, Cap, I kept saying, why are we talking about quarterback until we can protect a quarterback? Let's just see what happens. But I did say it, and I've told everybody this already. I said it on this show. You can go find the episode. I did it on 2 different ones. But I said we would trade for Geno Smith. I said, don't be surprised, guys, if we trade for Geno Smith. Just because I kind of had a feeling that Pete Carroll believes in Geno. And if you watch Geno Smith tapes, he's pretty good, guys. I mean, like honestly, like if you look at his best year and then you look at Derek Carr's best year, I think Geno Smith's best year for Pete Carroll was better than Derek Carr's 2016 year. So I kind of like the move. And I like that we're going to get him on a cheapie because you just saw what happened with Josh Allen, Cap. I mean, Cap, Josh Allen still had 4 years on his contract, and they still paid him more money. They extended him to a 6-year contract, $330 million, $250 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid ever in the history. Wow. It's like you can see the writing on the wall for a lot of these teams. They're like, okay, we know that the NFL is going to continue to become stronger, and we're going to continue to have that cap room money go bigger. So why don't we start paying our guys now cheaper? Because right now it looks expensive. Right now it looks like Max Crosby's number, $35.5 million, right? Sounds insane. But actually, 5 years from now, that's going to be a bargain. You know what I'm saying? And we have them for 5 years. So, you know, it's one of these things where they're seeing, like, I think these teams are setting up. They're all setting up. Because even the Browns, right? It was the whole Myles Garrett, trade me, I don't want to play. And then now he's higher paid than Max Crosby. He's getting $123 million guaranteed, $40 million a year now. So again, money's just, they're making it rain like it's a strip club right now in the NFL. Everyone, sorry.
When Reef comes to Vegas and when you're able to go out into a crowd, we got to go. We got to go, Angelo, because I figure with you there and Reef there, between all the honeys that you'll get, and you speak Tagalog better than I do, so you'll be able to get some of the Asian chicks over there, and I'll just be back going, hey, like that.
My God.
So I'm good. You up for that?
But and then I was gonna say, Cap, like I thought the DK would come to the Raiders, but obviously I knew that what Seattle was asking for was insane, right? Like they wanted a first and a third or whatever. But when they lowered that price to a second, I didn't think the Raiders were going to get him for a second because, again, I think we're using our second round pick. If anything, I think we're trying to get another second round pick right now.
Right.
But the Steelers grabbing him, that already told me, okay, great. That means that the Steelers are going to stick with Russell Wilson. I mean, why would you give away your second round pick?
That may be, but maybe they're going to stick with Fields, but somebody's going to be available. And granted, we got Geno now, so now it doesn't matter on that equation. We're not going to get Justin Fields and Geno Smith. It ain't happening.
Right. And to be honest, guys, like I even said this, and I was on Jeff's show, NE Raiders Boosters Club, the other night, and we were talking, and a lot of the people are still Shedeur Sanders hungry. And what I was saying is, look, man, you guys know my philosophy on trenches. You know my philosophy on O-line. When the Raiders were great, we can literally name their O-line, right? And we're just now getting to a point where we can go, oh, yeah, we got JPJ. And wow, that DJ Glaze guy, that sure was a good third round pick, right? Like now we're starting to get that. So I'm all in. My Talisi Fuaga this year, guys, is Armand Membu. Remember that name, DZ, when I go to Wild Wild West show. Armand Membu, literally to me, if the Raiders picked them at number 6, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, who the fuck is that guy? And why would we do that? I will be one of the people going, thank you. Because we now have our future left tackle when Colton Miller's too old to handle it. And we can day one start him as a left guard. 6'4", 340 pounds, one of the fastest runners in the combine, one of the biggest leapers in the combine. This guy is off the charts. His arm length is great. His hands, I mean, I couldn't think of a better pick for number 6. But again, I am in the minority. So because people want, we should still get a quarterback. Should we though? Because if we're gonna be paying $40 million to Geno Smith, who's gonna be playing for 3 years,
is Geno getting that much?
I mean, I get it. We can get Will Howard in the 5th round. That's the word.
Hey, Angela, wait a second, because I know I got to stop you because I want to make sure you hear. Sharif asks, "Are we paying Geno 40?"
Yeah. So the way it's gonna work, Sharif, is Geno, it's really cool. So the 3rd round trade that we did with him, numbers wise, when you look at over the cap, it worked because his money doesn't count against us at all. So it was like we got him for free, even though he's not for free. But his $31 million that was counting against the Seahawks, it doesn't count against us. So he this year he counts for nothing. He won't start counting against us until next year. So he's not going to make more than between 40 to 45 million. And in all honesty, that's pretty good. Like, I mean, they're talking about 60 million for Brock Purdy right now. You know what I'm saying? So 40 million, 100, let's say we extend them 3 years, another 3 years, and at a total of 120 million, you front load it with guarantees. And then it, like the first year. So this year he cost us nothing. Next year, maybe it only costs us 30 million. The year after that, maybe it costs us 40 million. And then on the final year, it costs us like,
There you go. If it's this year, next year, and the year after that, that's fine. Because he's what, 30? He's
35.
32?
He's 35. No, 35.
Okay.
He's 35.
That would take him to 38. And if we don't have a starting quarterback not named Geno within the next 3 years, I'll be very pissed at that. You know,
Right.
I like that. And yeah, it says $60 million for Brock Purdy.
Wow.
Hey, Ken, good
Yeah.
to see you. I mean, here's the thing. And D said, I am of Jack Kenneth's mind as well. I like this Minshew kid. I do. Because and by the way, Jason Dean is ready to do the draft show. So please, you guys talk about it.
Okay.
He wants
yeah,
to do
whenever he's ready, you know.
Yeah. He said for me that he's like, when. So I'm like, I'm letting you know when. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the thing. And I agree with DZ. And yeah, DZ, I like calling you DZ because that is the British. I know it's the Englishification or the King's English. Now that they've got a king again, DZ. I like Graham too. So if we get Graham or Minshew at 6, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
happy you build from the trenches.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
build from the trenches out.
Yeah, and
What about you, Sharif? If you
go ahead, Sharif.
one second, I want to ask Sharif. Sharif, if you had your druthers, okay, you got Graham available at 6 and Minshew available at 6. Who would you prefer? And I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but like I said, I would be happy with either one. But is there a preference in your mind, Reef?
Honestly, not, because this past collegiate season, I couldn't really pay attention to it as much as I would like due to some personal issues, Cap, that I think you have a slight knowledge about. So, my focus was a bit diverted.
Blessings, and positivity to you, brother, and what you're doing, and hopefully fantastic things will follow. I'll just say that.
But I will say a part of me will reluctantly accept the best O lineman available. To me, that's always just been a necessary evil of a pick. I don't know why, because I feel every year go by and say, okay, that's another year we don't get our quarterback. I remember a couple of years ago when we beat the Texans and I called it the CJ Stroud Bowl. And sure enough, they ended up with Stroud. And then the whole Daniels thing, every year seems to be something. Because let's say we draft maybe 16 or 17 next year. Are you going to realistically entertain any QB that might be around in a class that doesn't look to be that deep or great? So if you're really going to improve, you're only going to go further back in the draft order. Because there's some people still mad at Pierce for not tanking because we're at 6 as opposed to maybe 1 or 2. So it sooner or later is going to feel like we're on a treadmill, running and not really going anywhere. So but in terms of what rate of transplant said about Geno, I will acknowledge him and give him his props. He did put his neck out on the line with that. I didn't necessarily foresee it, but to his point, Geno had the 29th ranked offensive line with Seattle last year. They were at 29th.
Exactly.
So people say, well, he threw 15 interceptions. Well, what the hell? His O-line was 29th in the league.
Yep.
It's a miracle he didn't throw more than that.
And he almost took him to the playoffs, Sharif. With
That's right.
Crappy O-line.
In that division, with the 49ers there, with the Rams there, with Arizona there. So, he that's a former first-round pick there who's maybe going through his second resurgence, if you will.
Yeah.
He's a fighter, and I think that's what Pete Carroll likes about him the most.
Right. And Sharif, that move is what I was telling everybody is getting Geno Smith is a win now move. It's not oh, hey, we're just going to tread water. It's not a tread water move. It's hey, we're going to win now, right? And then now you're hearing about Godwin maybe coming, which I kind of knew he was. And then you're also hearing about Tyler Lockett coming. Like, that wide receiver room is going to get better. And here's the other one. And like I said, tomorrow's free agency. So I'm looking to see again if they're going to sign Mekhi Becton, because that's someone who I wanted at right guard. I don't know what Chip Kelly wants to do, but I do believe Mekhi Becton would be a great get if we can get him, because he's only 25 years old. I mean, there are people in the draft that are 25 years old, and to get someone now who's a Super Bowl champion, 6'8", 400 pounds. If there was ever a guy that should be an O-line for the Raiders, Mekhi Becton fits that bill, right? But if you draft, I mean, this is my dream scenario. If you draft Minshew and you have Colton Miller, Armand Minshew at left guard, JPJ, who's 330 pounds also at right guard. So your left guard and your right guard are both 330 pounds. Now you have Mekhi Becton, who's 380 pounds on the right guard. Your interior is good, because DJ Glaze is great at pass pro, and everyone knows that.
Right.
So Colton Miller doesn't have to work that hard. Now we're ready to roll, baby. We're ready to go, right? And in my head, I'm like, yeah, guys, we still, like, Brock Bowers still got a lot of, I mean, he's still the best tight end with our shitty offense last year. Imagine how good he'll be now. And especially, like, and this is why I think you and me, Sharif, I kept telling you how on that show, I kept saying, I like Jacoby Myers, but I keep telling everyone, we don't need a wide receiver one. Everybody keeps asking for an X. And I'm like, we have an X. His name's Brock Bowers. That's our wide receiver one. So everyone else gets open because they're so scared of Brock Bowers, right? So Jacoby Myers is there. Imagine if we then get Chris Godwin, if we do get Tyler Lockett. And by the way, if you're a
like the Chargers were with Antonio Gates.
Yeah, but if you're exactly like Antonio Gates. But if you're a fantasy football player, I'm going to give you guys a hint right now. All of you guys might want to make sure you draft Trey Tucker next year, because Trey Tucker is about to go off for the Raiders. And I'll tell you why. Geno Smith loves to throw that deep ball. That's why Tyler Lockett and Jackson Smith and Jigba would do so well in that offense. And now Trey Tucker's going to have a guy who can, like, pinpoint deliver him that ball with perfect timing, right? Our offense is going to be scary as long as, and this is my disclaimer, as long as we can protect the football. We have to be able to protect the football, which is why, guys, you can hate me for, oh, Angelo, you're crazy. We should take a quarterback at number 6. No, we should not, right? I will take Ashton Genty before I take a quarterback at number 6. And I'm not even saying.
So you're saying if the top 2 guys happen to be at 6, you still would take Genty?
I would.
You wouldn't swing at one of those 2 guys,
not
Ward
at all.
or
And I'll
Sanders?
tell you why too. Okay, I'll tell you why.
Maybe Ward. That's the only. I would say if Ward is at 6, I'd maybe take him. But yeah, I don't. If Sanders is at 6 or Genty's at 6, I'd take Genty.
So and here's why, Sharif. Let me just explain it to you this way. No one, especially the Raiders, when we finally have cap room and we finally have draft picks all timing each other at the right time, right? There's no way in the world we're taking a Cam Ward or a Shedeur Sanders right now, fully knowing we have to pay $40 million to Geno Smith over the course of 3 years. Because then what are we doing? What are we doing then? We're paying $40 million for a backup because we took Cam Ward this year, who may be ready to start next year or maybe the year after. Like, no, like, here's what you do. You get Geno Smith, and then you take Will Howard, I guess. Maybe he might be good or not on your 5th round choice. And then you just keep trying it out, right? DZ saying Graham, Minshew, or Genty. Yeah. No, and I'll tell you why.
But the QB will be on the rookie deal anyway. I mean, he'll be, because he's top 10. His pay will be a little different. And look, there's back in the day, the rookies never really was expected to start right away. Stabler didn't, Starback didn't, Bradshaw didn't, Brady didn't. You go down the line. So, there's nothing wrong if you have them sit a year or 2 behind Geno, because God forbid Geno get the injury bug again.
Right.
Because he's at that age now where that can happen.
Right. Now
and you don't want your season to collapse on you because
But
you know, we
Sharif,
figured we were locked in with Geno, so we didn't draft one like we did a year ago when we thought we were locked in with Minshew. And we
right.
saw how that turned out.
I know, but Sharif, remember,
Well,
I'm one of the people.
I'm sorry. Let me say this real quick. God forbid, and I know he's not guaranteed to be on our team, but if Geno is our starting quarterback, and you know this, he's not guaranteed to be the starting quarterback, Sharif, I'll let you. People said that, but if Geno is our starting quarterback and AOC 12 is the backup, and God forbid something happens, if you improve the offensive line, if you improve the defense, we just did that with Butler signing, and then somebody was saying that we're looking at bringing Kuntz back. That D-line is getting stacked so that it's the pressure there. So the D-line is improving, right? So I tell you, if you have AOC 12 back there for a game or two, if Geno has a case of the shits, you know, for a couple weeks or whatever, or a bruised sprain, I'm good with that. Because AOC showed what he could do with time and with a running game when we ran over the fucking Chiefs with fucking Zeus White, right? Who didn't look like it.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what and Captain knows.
But transplant, who do you think we can lose tomorrow with 17 free agents? Do you have a feeling who might be out the door?
First of all, I think that all of those guys, Hobbs, Spillane, Kuntz, right? Chason, all of these guys, Diablo, whatever, Morig, right? I think all of them are testing the waters to see who can really overpay for their talents. But if they're smart, which I think they all are, they're also going to want to manage how well their performance will be. So I'll give you one that I believe is gone. I think Trayvon Morig's gone, and I'll tell you why I think that. It's because the Raiders have already been pursuing Byron Murphy. So I'm like, okay, this might be one of those, all right, fine. If Trayvon Morig doesn't want to be here, there's a guy by the name of Malachi Starks that we could probably take in the second round who'll probably fall to us. And that guy's pretty fucking good, and he played with Jacorian Bennett in Georgia. So, you know, like that's what I mean is I don't think they're worried. There's also my Filipino guy, Cam Bynum, who's going to be a free agent. Like, again, there's going to be a lot of free agent moves happening tomorrow that the Raiders are definitely going to be involved in. So I think Spillane will stay because the signing, I think Patrick Graham and Rob Leonard will basically be looking at Spillane like, do you really want to go play for another system, or do you want to be the captain of this one? Right? So I think Spillane's staying. I think Diablo's gone anyways, and good riddance. That's fine. Yeah. Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah, I think Hobbs is out of here. I just have that feeling. I hope you're right about Spillane, because I know there's a lot of teams, a lot of old school defensive coordinators who would highly covet him. And we don't know who would throw what amount of money at him. Hell, it wouldn't shock me if he ended up back in Pittsburgh.
Right.
That's how crafty they are as an organization, because they typically don't let good players go.
Right.
And they probably say, well, damn, maybe we gave up on him too soon. Look what he's doing over there in Vegas.
Right.
And put him back behind TJ Watt. So I'm braced for that. And I despise the Steelers, but I got to give the devil his due.
Right. Well, here's the other one too, Sharif. And I want to say it on record so that I can say, hey, remember that show that I said this? Don't be surprised if this whole Trey Hendrickson coming to the Raiders thing becomes real. Because if all Cincinnati's asking for is the second round pick, I'll give the second round pick today and twice on Sunday, next Sunday, to get Trey Hendrickson. Because if our front four is Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins, Adam Butler, rotating it with Tyree Wilson, and then like Kuntz could leave or whatever, but we have Trey Hendrickson. That's a crazy front four, guys. Wow. That's insane. Because you right now they're already triple teaming Max Crosby now. You can't do that anymore. You can't even double team him if that's what our line's going to look like. And we already know what Patrick Mahomes looks like when you rush him with the front four and let everyone else play back. He gets scared. So I'm telling you, man. Like, don't be surprised if we give up the 2nd round pick for Trey Hendrickson, and I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
I wouldn't be mad at that either. Again, you want to have people that with those high draft picks that contribute immediately. Immediately. That's another reason why I don't want Sanders as a number 6, because he's not going to contribute immediately. That's what we got Geno for. You want a first-round pick like Membo, like Genti, that are going to contribute immediately. It's not a wasted pick.
Right.
That's what you want. Didn't our tight end last year contribute immediately and make a fucking Pro Bowl? Yeah.
And part of that was out of necessity because we had nobody left. Adams was out of there. Jacobs was gone. We were hurt at wide receiver. So we had no one else to feed, but he did live up to the billing. But remember, with Brady in the building, Tom Brady mindset might be, well, I sat until a Drew Bledsoe injury, and it worked for me. If Brady puts in Davis' ear, look, I think this Sanders kid is worth it because of his feelings about him, that could be the wild card. I'm not saying you're wrong, Cat, but remember who's in the building now.
I've been mistaken before. I've never been wrong. But I've been mistaken a few times. That's right. Mine. That's my. It sounds better.
So I was gonna say too, guys. I know. I was gonna say too, Cap. Like there have been people who have been like totally against me about this whole Genti thing. When I was the one saying I watched them live, I saw like this kid is the real deal. I'm not calling him like Barry Sanders or anything like that. But first of all, you just saw what Philadelphia did with Saquon Barkley. They gave him a raise. So now the price cap for running backs went up. It's like a 20 million. It's starting to get to the 20 million range, right? And then everybody keeps talking about, oh, well, Najee Harris is going to be there. Do I really want Najee Harris with the tires tread, or I can get someone brand new right now in a really great running back draft, like a deep running back draft, right? We can get 2 running backs this year, one in the first, one in the third. But check this out. Watch Ashton Genti, everyone. Just watch him. Because if that's how good he was, like in college with
I've seen some footage on him for sure. What worries me is I remember how good Trent Richardson looked in school, how Ricky Williams was, Charles White. I could go down a long line of RBs who look like the next best thing.
Sharif, like I'll give you one from us.
Time high trophy winner Archie Griffin looked like ass in Cincinnati.
Yeah, no, Sharif. I'll give you one that's from us. Darren McFadden. And in college, McFadden was amazing, right? But if you think about the move at that time, McFadden was the right move to get at that time, right?
Yeah.
So we can't predict anything anyways. Like us getting scared of, oh, well, what if he gets injured? So that's why we're not going to take that's like us saying you don't want to take Brock Bowers because he might get injured.
No. I'm not talking about injuries. I'm just talking. That's what stopped McFadden. Because healthy McFadden had some good moments with us, and he definitely did well in Dallas by running over 1,000 yards once he's healthy. But Archie Griffin or Charles White or Trent Richardson, they didn't have that excuse. Oh, I pulled a muscle or ACL tear. That wasn't the issue with them. They just didn't shine in the big league.
No, I understand. Well, here, Johnny's putting out that Genti reminds him of LT. You know who Johnny? You know who Genti reminds me of? Reminds me of Kamara. He kind of reminds me of like a stronger, like almost might even be a better runner, but definitely can catch the ball off the backfield and can do so much, man. And again, guys, here's the thing. All right, it's just like what happened when we took Brock Bowers. I felt we needed to get Fuaga. You remember, Cap? I was flabbergasted. Like I was like, why?
I was there too.
And I settled in. Yeah.
Look at what this is. What's going to happen with him is that, and we got half of what I said would happen because Mayer wasn't there for those reasons, which was unfortunate. But we got everything that I said we were going to get with Bowers. I said, hey, we run these 2 tight end sets. Look at what we get. Well, we didn't run the 2 tight end sets, but we still got what I was going to say with Brock Bowers. And by the way, Mayer might be trade bait if you look at some of the clickbait bullshit.
True.
I wouldn't want to lose him, but if we got picks for him that we can again resupply maybe a good offensive lineman for that pick, I'd be okay with it. I don't want to lose him per se, but if you're getting a good offensive lineman or a good defensive lineman, when you saw everything that Bowers already can do, I would hate to lose him, but I can see we lose him. So, and by the way, I would say I don't call that player that played for the Chargers LT. To me, there's only one LT.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
There's only one LT. I will say Tomlinson, and I have no problem saying that. But to me, there's only one LT.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why.
And we have our own version of that, guys. We have our own version of Lawrence Taylor.
He was a Raider killer, though, man.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
He was a all-time Raider killer.
That's another reason why
Right. So anyway, so let me finish with this, Cap. I was just saying.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying that. Go
ahead.
Yeah, I want to finish the whole Genty thing. We're not like I think what people are thinking is by us getting Genty, they're thinking, oh no, this guy, we're gonna make him a workhorse. I don't think that's what's gonna happen. I think that by getting Genty, if tomorrow on free agency we pay a lot of money to secure our O-line, by us getting someone like a Genty, if Genty was the pick, think about how scary we're going to be now. Because you're already scared of Brock Bowers, right? And then let's say you do have Lockett, Meyer, Trey Tucker. You got Geno. It's being protected. If you don't protect against Ashton Genty, watch the tapes. He will burn you. He's a guy that's ready to go 70 yards on any given play. He is that, like, he's box office, guys.
What's his 40 time?
Box office. So now if you're a defense and you're like, hey man, we got to watch out for that Genty kid, opens up Brock Bowers, opens up Jacoby Myers. Like, that's all I'm saying is the threat is what makes it so important. The threat. So that's why I wouldn't hate the Genty move. But anyways, Cap, I know the show's about to close, so go ahead.
Well, actually was trying to look it up. Genty's 40. I don't see it. I got 21.5 miles an hour at Boise State. I did look it up, and I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any. 442. Okay, yeah, 442.
Not bad.
And that was on the 10th of January. That was when it was last updated. I don't know if that was running back, but it says something 442. I don't know how reliable that is because there's a lot of shit going on there too. But hey, like Angelo said, we're up on it. We're almost at 159, guys. I got to run. At Pro Day for sure. Thank you, Angelo. Thank you there, Sharif, aka Black Danos. Thank you for everybody that's been here. I appreciate everybody coming in. That's not the bullshit because it ain't a good show. You don't want to see this guy for 2 fucking hours, man. First off, that's ugly. Okay. You know, seeing a guy that looks like me for 2 hours and talking like me for 2 hours. But this show is good because you guys come in and participate. So thank you, Angelo. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, E-Mac, for your stuff. And obviously, thank you. Get everybody. We'll do. Thanks again, guys.
All right. Good night.
Got Danos out. And thank you there, Angelo. Got Angelo gone. I got to get out of here. It's been wonderful. Take care, everybody. We'll see you for the next show. And probably on Tuesday with Peggy. I'm trying to get Peggy on. So y'all take care. We'll be there. I'm not even gonna have an outro tonight. That's how close we're getting. Take care, everybody. We'll see you Tuesday. Hanging out with